Short History of Turkey. Hello, and welcome to the Short History of Turkey. In this video, we'll explore Turkey's rich and fascinating history, from ancient civilizations to modern times. Turkey has been home to many great cultures and empires, each leaving its mark on the land and people. Let's dive in. Ancient Anatolia. The story of Turkey begins in Anatolia, a land that has been inhabited for thousands of years. Some of the world's earliest known human settlements were found in Turkey. The most famous of these is Göbekli Tepe Andai, a temple complex built over 11,000 years ago, and Çatalhöyük, one of the first large towns, which existed around 7,500 years ago. Ancient Anatolia was home to several important civilizations. The Second Hittites were one of the earliest groups to establish a powerful kingdom around 1600 BCE. They were advanced in metalwork and law and had a well-organized society. The Hittites ruled for several hundred years before their kingdom fell around 1200 BCE. After the Hittites, various groups like the Phrygians and Lydians ruled parts of Anatolia. The Lydians are remembered for inventing the first coins around 600 BCE, an important development in world history. The Persian Empire and Alexander the Great. By the 6th century BCE, Anatolia had come under the control of the mighty Persian Empire. The Persians ruled the area for about 200 years until a young Macedonian king named Alexander the Great set out to conquer the known world. In 334 BCE, Alexander defeated the Persian forces in Anatolia, bringing the region under Greek influence. Alexander's empire didn't last long, but his conquests spread Greek culture throughout Anatolia. This period is called the Hellenistic Age, and it saw the rise of cities like Pergamon and Ephesus, which became centers of learning, art, and culture. C. The Roman and Byzantine Empires. In 133 BCE, the Romans took control of Anatolia, and it became part of the vast Roman Empire. Roman rule brought stability, new roads, and impressive architecture. Ephesus, one of the largest cities in the Roman world, had a population of about 250,000 people and was famous for its grand temple to Artemis, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. As the Roman Empire split into East and West in the 4th century CE, Anatolia became part of the Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire. The Byzantine Empire was centered around Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul, a city that became one of the wealthiest and most important in the world. The Byzantines were Christian, and their culture deeply influenced the region. Hagia Sophia. A massive church built in Constantinople in the 6th century is one of the most famous examples of Byzantine architecture and still stands today. The Seljuks and the rise of Islam. In the 11th century, a new group entered the scene, the Kas Seljuk Turks. The Seljuks were a Turkish-speaking Muslim people who came from Central Asia. In 1071, they defeated the Byzantine army at the Battle of Manzikert and established a strong presence in Anatolia. Over the next few centuries, many parts of Anatolia converted to Islam under Turkish rule. The Seljuks founded the Sultanate of Rumor, based in Konya. This was a time of great cultural and architectural achievement. The Seljuks built beautiful mosques, schools, and caravanserais, inns for traders traveling the Silk Road. The Ottoman Empire. In the 13th century, another Turkish group rose to power, the Ottomans. Led by Osman Enes, the Ottomans slowly expanded their territory, conquering lands around Anatolia and beyond. By the mid-14th century, the Ottomans had crossed into Europe. The turning point for the Ottomans came in 1453 when their young Sultan, Mehmed VII, captured Constantinople. from the Byzantines. The city became the Ottoman capital and was renamed Istanbul. This event marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the beginning of a new era. For the next few centuries, the Ottoman Empire grew into one of the most powerful and longest-lasting empires in history. At its height, the Ottomans ruled over much of Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa. The Ottomans were known for their military strength, trade networks, and cultural achievements. The reign of Suleiman the Magnificent, 1520–1566, is often seen as the golden age of the empire. Under Suleiman, the Ottomans controlled an empire that stretched from Hungary to Iraq and from Egypt to Algeria. Ottoman architecture, art, and literature flourished during this time. Istanbul became a city of stunning mosques, including the famous Süleymaniye Mosque, built by the brilliant architect Mimar Sinan. The decline of the Ottoman Empire. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the Ottoman Empire began to decline. European powers like Spain, Austria, and Russia challenged Ottoman control of Europe and the Mediterranean. The empire faced internal problems as well, including corruption, economic difficulties, and the weakening of central authority. By the 19th century, the Ottomans were known as the sick man of Europe. They lost many of their territories, including Greece, Egypt, and much of the Balkans. Despite attempts at reform, the Ottoman Empire struggled to keep up with the changing world. World War I and the end of the empire. The final blow came during World War I. The Ottomans joined the war on the side of the Central Powers, Germany and Austria-Hungary, but were defeated by the Allies. After the war, the Ottoman Empire was carved up by the victorious European powers. In 1920, the Treaty of Sèvres was signed, which divided Ottoman lands among the British, French, Italians, and Greeks. However, this treaty was never fully implemented, as a new leader, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, emerged to fight for Turkish independence. The birth of the Republic of Turkey. Atatürk, a former Ottoman officer, led a successful war of independence against occupying forces. In 1923, the Treaty of Lausanne was signed, and the Republic of Turkey was officially established. The Ottoman Empire was no more, and the capital was moved from Istanbul to Ankara. Atatürk became Turkey's first president and implemented wide-reaching reforms to modernize the country. He abolished the Kurz Caliphate, separated religion from the government, and introduced new laws based on European models. Atatürk also promoted education, women's rights, and the use of the Latin alphabet to replace Arabic script. Sakra. Modern Turkey. Under Atatürk's leadership, Turkey transformed into a secular, modern nation. After his death in 1938, Turkey continued to evolve. In the following decades, the country experienced military coups, political changes, and economic growth. Turkey became a member of NATO in 1952, aligning itself with the Western Bloc during the Cold War. It also applied to join the European Union, although it is still waiting for full membership. In recent years, Turkey has become an influential regional power. The country has a large economy, a growing population, and plays a key role in Middle Eastern and global politics. Conclusion. Turkey's history is long and full of diverse influences. From the ancient Hittites and the glory of Byzantium to the rise of the Ottoman Empire and the creation of the modern republic, Turkey's past is a story of change, adaptation, and resilience. Thank you for joining me on this journey through a short history of Turkey. Whether you're interested in ancient civilizations or the modern world, Turkey offers a fascinating window into the past, helping us understand how history shapes the present. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on fascinating historical topics from the Short History channel.